so is the Indian calculation of the, the national security people and other people, are they reluctant to do this because they feel that there are sleeper cells in India, being a large Muslim population, that if we were to do this, they will also create domestic havoc and things will fall out of control everywhere? That all of South Asia will become like one big, war like in the Middle East. How secure is India vis-a-vis its own Muslim population to be able to take this tough stand against Pakistan and say, okay, we're going to instigate internal violence within Pakistan?
Rajiv, Pakistan has done its worst. I don't think it could do anything more. And if it is not done anything more, it is because of lack of capacity to escalate beyond a point in the internal conflict within India. You see, they are trying every fault line. They are trying even to support the Maoists now. They tried to support the Northeast insurgents. The ISI has not been wanting in terms of provocation. The point is, how long do you take that provocation lying down? How long do you fight reactively? How long do you stick to the Indian historical context that every battle for Panipat must be fought deep within India? Decisive battles cannot be reactive and defensive and fought on your own soil. You have to externalize the conflict. Otherwise, we will suffer. The time has come now for us to give a clear signal to the United States. India is the third largest economy in the world. We don't think we are pushovers. And I don't think it would do to treat India as a pushover and push it beyond the point. We have our national interest. And if our friends are not sensitive to our national interest, then I'm afraid we will have to proceed whether it hurts their national interest or otherwise. We have to protect ours. For far too long, we have been very supportive of the Americans in the hope that, they would be able to restrain Pakistan. That's just not happened. That's just not happened.
Yeah, I'll come to Americans because I think we have a lot to discuss on the US side of it, but I'll come to that in a moment. But sticking to India, Pakistan, continuing that line of thinking, I think we are in agreement that ISI is doing whatever harm it can do. Possibly, they are already at full capacity against India. So if we instigate them, provoke them, it's not going to get any worse because they are doing whatever they can do anyway. So the advantage, there is no harm in instigating them further and being proactive and aggressive. The benefit of doing it is that it will keep them busy domestically. If we start instigating fights in Baluchistan, Sindh and various places, their capacity has to be redirected towards defending their own territory. And so if anything, it will actually help us, give us some relief for maybe a decade or two, and we can become stronger during that time. So what one strategy could be instigate, put oil on the fires within Pakistan to keep those guys busy, and they have less interest and less capacity to externalize their problems to the neighboring countries. Is that a viable strategy?
That's a very viable strategy. That's a very viable strategy. Attack is the best form of defense. That is an age-old military truism. You cannot keep defending. You cannot be reactive and confined to consequence management in your own territory. You have to hit out. And unless you hit out, you will suffer. Your population will suffer. We cannot bleed indefinitely. We cannot subject ourselves to the wars of 1,000 cuts. It's now time to impose them back. But Rajiv, what I would like to point out is very, very clearly that we have to have a military component to this dissuasive strategy. A purely an internalized conflict within Pakistan will just preoccupy the Pakistan army but not hurt it beyond the point. So therefore, the Pakistan army also has to be hit.